Hi guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to be doing a look that is just a very quick running out the door. I only have 5 to 10 minutes to get ready, and I'm going to throw on some eyeshadow, foundation, blush, bronzer, mascara, and run out the door. So this is actually real life because I am heading out the door right after I get done filming. So just keep watching. And my face is already primed with all my usual primers. You can see my last two videos for the ones that I use. But today I am going to be using the Maybelline Dream Velvet Soft Matte Foundation. I've actually never used this before, so I'm looking forward to, here you can see, to a real first impression. So I am going to take, I think I'm just going to use a foundation brush today. So I'm going to use a flat top kabuki brush. And I'm just going to put a little bit of this on the back of my hand. I'm not entirely sure about the color, so we'll see. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to go in with is concealer, and this is my tried and true Urban Decay Naked Skin in Fair Neutral. And I'm just going to go under my eyes with this. And then I'm going to set my under eye concealer with the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. And like always, I'm just going to use these two shades. And I'm going to go in and set my whole face with the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores. And this is actually a new brush. I love this brush. It's the Morphe E1. Look how huge this thing is. And it's really, really dense. And I love it for setting my face powder. So okay. So I'm just going to add a little bit of blush, but I'm going to pick a blush that has a shimmer in it. So, and is also on the bronzier side. So it's sort of like I get a 3-in-1. I get blush, bronzer, and highlighter all in one. So I don't have to do those 3 steps. It's just a really big time saver. So my favorite blush to do this with is actually in the new Gwen Stefani by Urban Decay blush palette. And the one that I really love to use is this one right here. It is called Angel. You can see it right here. But this is also a good one. It's just a little bit too pink for what I like. But at the end, if I'm not really loving the way that this shade came out, I will put some of this on top of it. Okay, I actually think I will go in with a little bit of the, it's called Hush. Sorry, my palette's a little bit messy, but this is the Hush shade. And I'm just going to go in with a little bit of that. I think that looks better. Okay, so now we're done with the face. And the next thing I'm going to do is just going to go in with the the Tartelette in Bloom palette, and everything that I need for this eye look is in this one palette, and that includes eyeliner. So I'm going to take this palette and I'm going to be using the shades Charmer, Flower Child, Smarty Pants, and Funny Girl. So it's going to be these 3 right here. I'm sorry, these 4 right here. And first I'm just going to go in with Charmer. Remember that when I did my under eye concealer, I put some of it on my eyelid as a primer, so we don't have to prime again. I'm just going to use Charmer, which is this like very pale, not quite white, but kind of cream shade right here. And I'm just going to push that right in my crease as a nice transition color. So blend, blend, blend. And next I'm going to go in with Flower Child, which is the more tan color right here. I'm going to go right back the same right in my crease just to darken it up a little bit. And then the next shade that I'm going to go in with is actually the shimmer shade, which is Funny Girl right here. You can see it right here. And I'm going to put that all over my lid. And I'm going to go back with just a little bit more of Flower Child, which was the mid-tone brown, and just sort of blend out the crease. And then I'm going to take just a slightly darker shade. It's called this one right here called Smarty Pants. I'm going to use that one right here to just add a little bit more depth. Okay, and then the last shade that we're going to use from this palette is what we're actually going to be using for eyeliner. So I am going to take this teeny tiny, I hope you can see it, brush with, it's a Morphe E38, it's an angled eyeliner brush, and I'm going to take the shade Smoke Show from the palette right here, and I'm just going to dampen my brush slightly. You can use water, but in this case I'm going to use MAC Fix Plus. You can see it's just like a little squirt bottle, and I'm going to spray the brush, make it all wet, and then I'm going to dip it into the eyeshadow. Now the great thing about this palette is that the eyeshadows can be used wet or dry. Not all eyeshadows can be used wet or dry because it'll change the texture. And this one, and I believe there's a Smashbox, the Smashbox Double Exposure one, those can be used wet. And also the Makeup Geek foiled eyeshadows, like there's a bunch that can be used wet, it's just not all of them. So just be careful before you start doing this. But in this case, the Tartelette in Bloom palette can be used wet, so I am going to use this as just a nice eyeliner. It's less harsh than the cream or the gel or the pencil or liquid, but it still gives you some good definition. It's just a lot more natural. So I am just going to put this right along my lash line. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing on the lower lash line, except I'm not going to wet my brush. I'm just going to take the powder. Okay, and the only thing we have left is eyebrows and mascara. So, funny enough, I'm actually going to be using eyebrow mascara to do my eyebrows, and it's tinted. It's the L'Oreal Brow Plumper, and I mine is well loved because it doesn't have any writing on it any longer. But this just is tinted, it fills in your brows, and it prevents you from having to necessarily use a pencil. If you wanted something a little bit more precise, you could use a pencil, but I'm just going to use this. And next I'm going to be using, again, the Benefit They're Real Primer. And then I'm going to be going in with the Maybelline Big Eyes Falsies. And we're done. So this is the final look. Again, it should take you probably between 5 and 15 minutes, but it's just my go-to for when I'm going out for the day and I just want to put a little bit of makeup on. Some days I don't put any on, but today I felt like putting a little bit on, so I just thought I would film it for you guys. So please let me know in the comments down below if there are any tutorials that you would like to see. Also, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and love you guys. I hope you have a great day. Bye.